Hi guys, welcome back to a new deck profile. First off, this is my brand new Despia Deck profile. I got top at 5. I got 5th place at my OTS yesterday, and they were playing top 4, but I got 5th place. Went X1 in Swiss, and yeah, the deck performed good. I didn't think much of any other matchups that hurt this deck a lot, except decks that main deck dash, and yeah, it was actually pretty fun. I built this list in 2 hours in 10 in the morning, from 2 in the morning, from actually 10 in the afternoon to 2 in the morning. Yeah, it was actually fun to build this because it had its ups and downs, but the deck was meant to go first, and it had some good tech choices going second. So I'm gonna show you guys the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's begin. So first off, we're playing the triple Albert standard, one of the Despian Tragedy, one of the Ad Libitum. So these are the standard ratios of the Despia cards. Nothing to say. Triple Albaz. I don't think players should play less of this card, because in this meta there's Runic, there's Cashed Hero right now still being a popular deck, and they can like banish your one of like two of Albaz and three piles, and like Brand Fusion is just turned off. So if you're playing Albion and you hard druid, you can probably Brand Fusion from that. I don't know. Yeah. So those are like the standard ratios. Then we have the best cards in the deck: triple Brand Fusion, triple of the openings. So these are the three ofs. Yeah, these are like the best cards in the deck. You want to see them every time. We are playing the one os, one banishment, one retribution, one of branded in red, and one of lost. These cards are perfectly great like combo pieces. This card can be good in mirror matches, especially if you're going first, because this card like makes your opponent's monsters like your monsters, so you can like make Albaz, Cartesias, fusion cards, and some of those things. And if you're going first and you like open Lost, or you can place Lost on your field before Random Fusion or any fusion, you would just win this game if you have a disruption of fusion card on your opponent's turn because it misses timing, or your opponent cannot respond. It's very nice. I think I would prefer like I'm playing straight 40, but I prefer playing actually maybe two red instead of the one banishment. But I played two mirrors in the OTS, so it actually came up very nice. We're playing the draw power card. We're playing triple Albion. This card's very good. The fact that you can dump an Albaz or Retribution or opening to protect your fusions, or having a brand new red target, just is making it good, and it just makes you get like initial draws and like gets your resources. Let's say you have this and you have a brand new fusion and some random card in your hand and it's dead. Albion dump Retribution, add the brand new fusion basically to your hand and get a one new card draw, which is nice. The one on monsters, we're playing one Tribegamer Career, we're playing the one Quem, and this is a Cartesia. Yeah, I think I'm playing the standard ratios and think I would like playing two more because the second Cartesia never came up. So, yeah, these are the one-offs of the monsters. Then we're playing the Nadir package. This package actually is very nice, and I like it because it can play through Ash very solid. And then, like if you open one of the combo pieces, then you just like make other plays with it, and the fact it can add you Quem back from the grave, or Albaz, or any other like Dogmatic or Albaz card from your grave is nice. If you want to have Albaz in your hand, that is. And we're playing the one of Maximus with it as well, so yeah. For going second cards like hand trust, we're playing triple Nibiru. I don't think this card is out of the meta. I think this card actually is low in the second hand trap ratios in my opinion. So this card is like very nice against Dragon Link. If you like correct time the Nibiru, I think they're just gonna end on Boreland, and that's that. Against Rika, it's good if they like don't get the negate in the graveyard, which is nice. I think it's good against in a mirror match as well. It's good if your opponent doesn't like go into the mirror career line and the game of puppet line like from Quemina and the Brand Diffusion if they do open it, and it's good in a mirror match because you know when to hit the deck. And actually, I Nibiru'd my. So I played in a mirror match round 4, I think, and he went for the puppet lock, and I Nibiru'd him. So yeah, sorry to that guy if you're watching this. Yeah, unlucky. I played in round 3. I opened 2 of these going first, so it's like they were just dead because in the branded player like got into top cut that I played against. Yeah. So like it was nice playing against every single mirror. I like all the mirrors. It's very nice to play because I just know the deck's weaknesses. So yeah. And going second and more, there's Super Poly for the mirror and the Rogue decks and other decks like Punk. Like the Punk decks, the Punk, what's it called? The Punk Gold Pride deck. Like this card like wins you the game automatically if you can just put a Mud Dragon on the field because traps, every single trap they do, they target except for the Baller. Because their Baller is actually a big problem for this deck because it does not target use your cards to like fusion some, so it equips to your spell and trap zones. So their spell and trap zones. So it's a bit of a problem, but I never played against single of these decks. I played against Earth Machine, and it was actually pretty fun to play against Earth Machine. Actually, the deck is like very unique. You can play through any like things in battle phase. The Machina Fortress, that card is broken beyond reason in battle phase. So yeah, just watch out for the since it like some people were inspired by it, and when it got into the top cuts or on the feature match. Yeah, so they're playing triple fusion deployment for non-engine for Cartesia and the Albaz. Actually making this card very viable in this deck. Since before people figured out to play this card, I thought of this card like it was good. This card was like good. It played around impermanence. It played around like things. And it like gets you the free Cartesia. I mean, what are we saying here? Like this card's broken in this deck when you have full combo. And then we're playing the one Puppet Lock in the main deck, one Callby for the Ash, and one Foolish for the starter. It's like this card can be actually a very good card in some situations if you're going to a grind game because this deck has a beautiful grind game. So yeah. Okay, that was for the main deck, total 40 cards. Let's go into the extra deck. So we're playing 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Albion, this is pretty standard, 1 Lubellion, 1 of the Sanctifier Dragon, and 1 of Rindrum. Yeah, so this is like standard, I think, in my opinion. I think Rindrum is mandatory in every single build because the fact you can dump off of the Mirror Jade this to get an Albaz on your turn, or maybe Rindrum if you properly summon this card, is like broken because this can be a negate and a bounce. Which is nice, and it's a good combo piece if you're playing a Bestial version or a 60 pile version of it. And with the new Chimera cards that are coming out, I'm not gonna say a thing. For the Super Poly things and the normal Poly things, we have one Chimera, one Mud Dragon, and one Dragostapele. I'm not playing the Garura because I'm playing Nadir package and I didn't have spot for it, but it never actually came up. So yeah, I didn't play against any sprites, and there were only I think 2 sprite players that were playing in the event, and yeah. There was a lot of different decks. There was Dragon Link, there was Sword Soul, there was Ponkash Tierra, there was Tier Elements. So yeah, these are like the best cards. I think this is the best card of the deck since with the new Chimera Fusion, this card will be much easier going second or first since we have a second brand in red, basically the new Chimera Fusion card spell, which is nice, and it gets you into searchable engine piece. Then for the Nadir package cards, we're playing one of Brigrand, one of Bacephalus, and one of this. So these are like the Nadir package cards that you're playing. I really didn't want to play Bacephalus, but actually, Bacephalus' effect to dump this idiot is actually very nice. And I summoned it once on the field when I used my opponent's Gimmick Puppet because Gimmick Puppet is level 8. So what do you know? It's like getting a Gimmick Puppet, like summoning Gimmick Puppet and already making this little dude that says your opponent cannot target your cards with card effects. Your fusion monsters, I think. So yeah, this card's broken. I don't think any build is mandatory to play this, but I very much suggest playing the Nadir package in some of the builds that you're trying to play. If you're playing 60 pile branded, like I think you should play this card because this card is like very nice to play in the 60 pile because the fact that it's a synchro and you can make it with the new Crimson Dragon. I'm sorry. It's like very nice, so you can play. You can make this. Then if you have Crimson I don't know what I'm saying. So you can the dragon target this. You can make you can target this shuffles back. You can make the hot red. I don't know, King Calamity. You can make King Calamity. This is 12, so it's a nice card. And it's actually possible to make an FTK, the turn skip in the future with this deck. So it's actually pretty nice. Not gonna say, but that card's gonna be very good. Then we're playing one of the Grand Guignol and one of the Quertus. So yeah, I didn't think playing Quertus was a good card in my opinion because it never came up. I would rather play Masquerade, but actually Quertus was in fact a good card in Mirror Match because Quertus just like makes you, it makes it good. It like makes it, you can special off Quem, you can special off Albaz, you can special off any Despia card, which is nice. And yeah, I don't think you should like cut Quertus in this format at all. So now for the side deck, we're playing two of these Fleurs. I don't know why I'm playing this, but shout out to Revs Cards for giving me the idea for this. Since he played two of this in the side deck, I decided to play this, and I drew it, but my opponent had nothing. So my opponent, I play against the Earth Machines. My opponent had nothing on field, so he just passed the turn. I thought, bro, they really opened that much hand traps. And then I top decked this, and I was like, no, man, I really wanted to play this. But yeah, I made some combo piece, like the Puppet Lock him, but I set that out, so I just had like that combo Nadir piece. I'm testing with Maximus and Duality, and it's actually pretty nice because you can dual it. So if you have Nadir plus Duality, it's a guaranteed Puppet Lock and a Dragoon on your opponent's turn. Which is not that I'm gonna say it's nice to actually see that actually the Nadir package was gonna see play at some point. So this card actually outs Anti-Spell, and it outs Ibli as well because it targets Ibli, and it's like a blackout effect. So if the one target goes missing, the first one will still pop. So it's like if I'm playing against Sprite, they give me this. Like let's say this is Nightmare Corruptor Ibli, they give me Ibli and they flip Anti-Spell. All I have to use is this, pop the Ibli and just pop Anti-Spell and just make this. And I'm free to play. I think some branded builds should consider playing this in the side. That if of course your locals are filled with Sprite players or just don't want to get Anti-Spell that much or Ibli Lock that much. So yeah. We're playing the Dragoon package in the side deck this time. You're probably saying, why is this dude playing the Dragoon package in the side deck? Well, it's because of Kashtira and their ability to look in the extra deck. So going second, they're just gonna probably think, oh, this guy doesn't play Dragoon. Okay, it's an easy matchup. Okay, fine. Then going first, you just side this in, and they will just, okay, I'm just gonna freaking full combo. So this is like a best card going into Shifter if your opponent opens one, as well if your Branded Fusion resolves. So yeah, and it's like time it on a Fenrir, and yeah, if they talents take the Dragoon, then they're just better, or they thrust into it. So yeah, but I think like Dragoon has high potential in the next format going into Duelist Nexus. So yeah, one Pankratops for going second, and for the memes. This card's like, the card's like broken. The fact that you can just special it for free. I think Pankratops should go back to 2. What did the card do? It's a free special, it's a free pop. What did it do? Pankratops to 3 guys. 3 evenly matched. This card's broken going second against an mirror match because if they're playing Dragoon, you just bait out the Dragoon with Branded Fusion. If they do it, they do it, and you just use this. And yeah, they just surrender on this, I think. And so I tested this, and in a lot of decks, like Sprite, if you bait out like the Omni negates and I don't know, the Spell and Trap negates, you just like this, their whole board. And against Kashtira, this card's actually very great because like it forces him to leave one card, and it's a Rice card which Brandon can easily out. Birth is the problem, Fenrir is the problem, and Unicorn is like the center of it all. But yeah. The fact that Unicorn's limit to 1 wasn't enough to kill Kashtira, but Rysart's limit to 1 was a little like, I think it was a little harsh. I think they should have like limit the birth and limit the Unicorn and Fenrir and just put a Rysart to 3 as well. And it just doesn't matter if they're playing, just limit the main deck and that's that. Like the extra deck, the Labyrinth scout the extra deck monsters because like if they make 2 Dark Sage, it goes Super Poly into Venom, and that's that. So yeah. Because Labyrinth plays Super Poly, I'm very, very, very careful around them because I don't want to get Super Polyed. So yeah. 2 TKB for Labyrinth, of course, because of the like normal summon Oriana effect. Use this. They cannot big welcome. They cannot normal welcome while this is on the field, and then have Ariana because it's like they cannot summon at all. The only play that they can make is field spell, normal summon Ariana. That's the only out they have to discard, or Lightning Storm, or Duster, or Cyclone. I don't know. Yeah, and it's good against Map Mag, Dragon Link, maybe in a mirror if they like going into an Albus place, but yeah. And it's actually pretty nice going into Rika's. So, yeah, I'm playing two because I don't have much space. Going second cards, this, two Cyclone. Yeah, Dark Hole is just for Ibli and some boards that cannot be broken. And actually very good against Pirelli. Not gonna lie, so around last round I played against Pirelli. I opened this. So uh, I opened this. I opened this going second. So I opened this hand plus Aliber. And I was like, oh, what the hell? So I was like, Aliber plus a solid discard. And I was like, bro, I'm winning this. And I made a little misplay. I should have, first off, I should have won. I really just should have evenly matched them. Forces out something like, let's say, purely sleepy memory. I don't know, or it's a pretty he activated pre memory, and then I just okay. I will just then use I will just use Dark Hole to like, I don't know, Dark Hole this or Pancratops Cyclone, because like my friend purely they had the trap and the pre memory, so yeah. It was like fine. So two Dark Hole, two of Cyclone, and of course the one of the best card in the deck is Duster. Outs Labyrinth, outs I don't know. It outs a lot of cards problematic going second. So this was my top five. So this was my top five at OTS last yesterday. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.